Welcome to Auto Car Wow, and today we're diving into one of the most legendary names in performance and luxury, the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S. Few cars in the world strike the perfect balance between timeless design, raw performance, and everyday usability the way the 911 does, and the Turbo S is the absolute peak of that philosophy. Porsche has taken their already iconic formula and elevated it with more power, sharper handling, refined aerodynamics, and just enough futuristic tech to keep it relevant while still holding onto that unmistakable Porsche DNA. Let's start with the design, because the 2026 Turbo S doesn't scream for attention with wild lines or oversized vents. Instead, it's a masterclass in understated aggression. The wide rear haunches are more muscular than ever, the active aero elements like the rear spoiler and front intakes move seamlessly with speed to optimize airflow, and the LED matrix headlights keep that signature 911 look while adding sharper detail. Porsche didn't reinvent the wheel here, they just polished it until perfection. The proportions are still instantly recognizable as a 911, and that familiarity is part of its charm. It's evolutionary, not revolutionary, but in the best way possible. Under the rear deck lid sits the heart of the beast, a 3.8-liter twin-turbocharged flat-six engine that's been tuned to deliver even more brutality. We're talking around 670 horsepower and nearly 650 pound-feet of torque, sent through Porsche's brilliant 8-speed PDK dual-clutch transmission. That combination allows the 2026 Turbo S to launch from 0 to 60 in just about 2.4 seconds, putting it in hypercar territory while still being a car you could daily drive. Top speed, well over 205 miles per hour, but the way the Turbo S builds speed is just as impressive as the numbers themselves. The turbos spool instantly, the power delivery is relentless, and the grip from Porsche's all-wheel drive system makes sure every single horsepower is put to the pavement efficiently. But power alone doesn't make a Porsche special, it's the way it handles. The 2026 Turbo S comes with the latest generation of Porsche active suspension management, rear wheel steering, and torque vectoring, all working seamlessly in the background. On tight corners, the rear wheels turn slightly to shrink the car's footprint, giving it agility that belies its size. At higher speeds, the rear steering stabilizes the car, making it feel rock solid. The steering itself is pure Porsche, precise, communicative, and confidence-inspiring. Even though this is a turbocharged supercar, it feels alive and connected in a way many modern high-performance cars have lost. Porsche has mastered the art of blending technology with a natural driving feel, and the Turbo S is the proof. Inside, the 2026 Turbo S is as much about luxury as it is performance. The cabin is a mix of leather, carbon fiber, and high-tech displays. Porsche has kept the iconic central tachometer but surrounded it with customizable digital screens that give you everything from navigation to performance data. The infotainment system is quick, intuitive, and now integrates seamlessly with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Porsche's own connected services. The driving position is spot on, with supportive sports seats that hold you tight through corners but remain comfortable on long drives. It's a car you could cross continents in without breaking a sweat, while still being able to demolish lap times on the track the very next day. Practicality hasn't been ignored either. Yes, it's a supercar, but being a 911 means you still get a front trunk that's big enough for a weekend getaway bag, along with small rear seats that can actually be used for kids or extra storage. It's this everyday usability that makes the 911 Turbo S so special. It's not a car you park in a garage and only bring out on Sundays. It's a car you could realistically live with, and that makes its performance even more impressive. Of course, being the flagship of the 911 lineup, the price tag reflects its status. The 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S starts at well over $220,000, and with options like ceramic brakes, exclusive paint colors, lightweight bucket seats, and custom interior trims, it's easy to push that figure much higher. But when you consider what you're getting, a car that blends supercar speed with luxury comfort and Porsche reliability, it starts to make sense. You're not just buying numbers on a spec sheet, you're buying an experience, a piece of automotive history, and a car that will likely hold its value better than most competitors. Speaking of competitors, the Turbo S doesn't shy away from facing the best. It's quicker than the Audi R8, more usable than a McLaren Artura, and more refined than a Lamborghini Huracan. Even cars like the Ferrari 296 GTB and Aston Martin Vantage struggle to match the all-around package Porsche delivers here. While some supercars might be more flamboyant or louder, few can deliver the same mix of precision engineering, everyday comfort, and brutal performance in one package. The Turbo S isn't just about raw thrills, it's about perfection. Driving the 2026 Turbo S is an experience that stays with you. The instant shove from the turbos, the way the car feels glued to the road yet never disconnected, the howl of that flat six as it climbs toward redline, it's a sensory overload in the best way possible. Yet when you're done pushing it, you can put it in comfort mode, relax, and cruise quietly back home, almost like you're driving a luxury Grand Tour. That dual personality is what separates the Turbo S from so many of its rivals. Porsche has once again managed to refine the legend without losing what made it special in the first place. The 2026 911 Turbo S isn't about chasing trends or trying to be the flashiest supercar on the block. It's about perfecting the formula that's been evolving for decades. It's a car that demands respect, delivers thrills, and somehow still manages to be practical enough for everyday life. In a world where many supercars are becoming overly digital or detached, Porsche has built something that feels raw yet refined, fast yet usable, futuristic yet timeless. So if you want a car that can take on Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and McLarens on the track, while still being comfortable enough to daily drive, the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S might just be the ultimate choice. It's not just another supercar, it's the benchmark. And once you've driven one, you'll understand why the legend of the 911 Turbo S continues stronger than ever.